Hi everyone, it's Renee Yvonne with CompoundPharmacyMarketing.com, and I'd like to welcome you to this free video series that I'm going to be doing. And today I'd like to talk a little bit about advertising. I'm first going to go over the 6 ways that you can market your compound pharmacy, but advertising is the one I'm going to focus on today. So the 6 ways to market your compound pharmacy are direct contact, networking and follow-up, writing and publicity, public speaking, trade shows and other promotional events, and advertising. Now, I have these in a specific order for a reason. When you start at the top, you'll notice that direct contact, when you think about it, is more of a one-on-one type of relationship. And as you go down the list, it becomes a little bit more of one-to-many until you get to advertising, when it's thousands, maybe even millions of people seeing or hearing what it is that you do. However, in that process, when you're working with a business such as a compound pharmacy that has a service component, it's not necessarily a product like a perfume or a cooking utensil that you're selling. You're actually selling more of a service. In a situation like that, you want to focus more on the one-to-one than onto one-to-many, simply because you need the opportunity to really explain what it is that you do. And you don't get to do that as much when you're doing millions of people. So that's why I'm going to focus on advertising today. What I've noticed over the years is that advertising is the way that many pharmacists consider themselves to be marketing. And advertising is not the same as marketing. It is a part of marketing. Advertising is actually a great way to get your name out to the people, but it has to be done in a specific way, in a very strategic way. So what we're going to look at right now is some ways that we can advertise and some of the pros and cons of advertising. First of all, advertising reaches a large audience, and that's usually the pro. If you opened your pharmacy, I bet the first people who came to see you were probably the newspaper, a print publication, billboards, someone who does movie theater ads, someone for radio or cable television. And it actually makes sense when you think about it. You need to get your name out there, so of course you're going to choose advertising. And the last thing is that it gives you numerous places to advertise. I just mentioned several. You can wrap your car. You can put an ad on a billboard, a movie theater, the side of a bus. You can put it in a publication. You can put it in a newspaper, a journal. There's a plethora of choices for you to choose when it comes to advertising. But what are some of the cons? Some of the cons are that it's expensive. Many people tell me that advertising is an expensive venture. So you really have to plan out how much you want to spend and is it going to be worth it. You may not be sure where the best place is to advertise for your audience. I find that sometimes a compound pharmacy will put something in a major paper like the LA Times or the New York Times, hoping that because 4 or 5 million people read it, that the people that you need to read it will see it. And that's not always the case. The other con is that you really don't have any control when or where the ad will be seen by your target audience. And that can be a problem. If you put an ad out there and the ad runs, let's say on cable television, and your ad is about hormone replacement, but it ends up running on Nickelodeon, the people who you need to see it probably aren't seeing the ad. So you don't have any real control over that. You might be running an ad for erectile dysfunction and it runs in the paper next to obituaries. You really can't control where that ad is going to be. So that is one of the cons. Now I'm going to take a look at a sample print ad. I pulled this from Google. I know this is someone's pharmacy out there and I'm not going to make fun of it or anything like that, but I just randomly pulled a compound pharmacy article ad off of Google. And I want to talk a little bit about this ad. This is a standard ad that I see in most compound pharmacies. There is a lot of text on the page, and it tries to accomplish a lot by saying what they specialize in: hormone replacement, pain management, veterinary medicine, customized capsules, all types of different options for the patient. And they talk about custom medications for humans and animals. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I'm going to point this out in what's missing with the ad. It needs a call to action. Once you've read this ad, I don't know what you want me to do. Now, I know that in your mind, when you made up this ad, it's obvious what you want them to do. You want them to come into the store, right? You want them to pick up the phone and call you, right? Except nowhere on there does it say that. It just says, wow, they do all this stuff that they specialize in. As a newbie, I might not even know what bioidentical hormone therapy is. You may think I'm living under a rock, but I may not know really what it is, and I may not know the difference between that and regular hormone replacement, like such as Premarin or Provera. So the ad tries to accomplish a lot. The ad tries to accomplish a lot, and it's very ambitious in doing that. However, in trying to do that, it doesn't target anyone specific. And what you really want to do is target someone specific in your ad. So I'm going to show you an ad that's been redone. It's not going to look exactly like this one, but I want to give you a couple of ideas and options on how you can make an ad look a little bit different. Number one, let's take an ad and target it directly to parents of young children. And this ad, when you think about it, should go in a place such as a family magazine. It may be on a family broadcast type of show like Focus on the Family. It may go into a Christian Parents magazine. So there's going to be a specific place where you want to put this ad. So in this ad, I focus on your child refusing to take medication. You're not alone. Many parents feel that way. We have a solution. And then I invite you to click on a link. I could also invite you to come to a seminar or to attend a webinar that I may be having. Anything specific like that, that is a call to action. You want to make sure that your customer knows what to do next by giving them specific things to do. Another way that you could revise the ad is by taking that same space and turning it into a mini column for yourself. So you could use it as a Q&A session, or you can use it to just write more about what compounding is and explain it more to people. And again, at the bottom, you'll notice that I put in a free ebook. To learn more about this, download the free ebook. Or you could invite them to a webinar or to a live seminar, or let them know you're having a trade show, but always have something that you can invite them to, something that they have to click on a link or sign up for so that you know how well the ad is working. So what do you do next? First, you want to check out your ads and add in a call to action to them. Make sure your customers know what you want them to do next. Second, determine if your ads are in the correct target market. Are the ads you're doing in the places where the people you want to see them will see them the most? Don't think so much about general, but think more about specific. I want to do one for BHRT. Where should that be? What woman is going to be reading or listening to this particular ad so that they will be the most likely people to respond to it? And the third thing I'm going to ask you to do is to check out the next video by clicking on the link below. 3 unique ways to market to doctors. And this will continue on in the free video series. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me or to write comments below. Thanks so much. Have a fabulous day. I'm Renee Yvonne with CompoundPharmacyMarketing.com. Bye.